just to be able to be that solid person that's been there, that could be in the background for somebody. I don't care if I've known you for 50 years or I've never met you in my life.
Right.
It
Right.
it doesn't have to be. I would do that. If I would put my name on a flyer,
Mhm.
call me to grieve with you, or, I mean, that sounds weird, but I would so do that.
I I would do it too. I would do it too. There was, in fact, I was making these calls to let people, yeah, or it was basically just making sure people who participated in this engagement process, in this public housing project,
Yeah.
or be able to uh, get their thank you gifts. And I called one person because I had gotten a bounce back email, and he he was on the day after. He said it was the day, it was his his child had died 1 year the day before. And remember, in my writing, and I talked about that, I completely, like, gut sucker punch. I did not expect the power of that day, um, that forever thing, um, which I don't know about you, but I still contend with. But the um, that I was like, I so wanted to be that, and I could tell from him that he didn't want to hear about somebody else that, that had lost. But I was like, oh, and there's like this kind of ethics thing around the work that I was doing. But I just really wanted to say, please call me. I don't know you. Um, and then
Yeah.
and then Kate, Kate, Kate was one of the people who stood on the beach with me in Myrtle Beach, and held that space for me. She unfortunately didn't make it through her addiction. Um,
I'm sorry.
she died a few years later, but I, knew her basically, and she was in my life for a few months, and she was there for me. Like, I mean, I credit her saving my
And the
life.
lasting impression that few months had on you at that time.
Oh, I ache for her son and others who lost her. I miss her still, and yet, and she had a profound and positive impact on my life. So for me, her legacy is positive and powerful and incredible, and we can be that for others who we barely know. Um, you know,
Exactly.
so, and not have to even be there continuing, right? I mean, it's not about us. It's about that person who's in pain and who just needs to know they matter, and
To
that.
know they matter, and to know that they're understood. No words need to be spoken, and just be that person that person was for you. Mine was my sponsor and still is my sponsor.
Mm,
She will sit there with me, and she will leave me alone, and she will let me pound on her emotionally, and um she does all of that, and she still is my sponsor. And I still will call her, and I call her raged out. I call her under so many circumstances, but she starts at the beginning of October with me.
mm, wow.
As far as she knows, she's already got in her mind the beginning of October, um, for me to, you know, even though a plan isn't going to work when the day comes, but to try to get my people in order, and try to, but she doesn't bug me or pressure me, or she just, no.